Robert Jordan's massive 14-book saga is the behemoth that Prime Video has chosen to adapt. But how closely does Prime Video's The Wheel of Time follow Robert Jordan's novels? One of the most noticeable changes is the age of the main characters. In the books, Rand, Matt, and Perrin are much younger, experiencing a traditional coming-of-age journey. However, the showrunners have chosen to age them up, putting them in at least their 20s. Producer Rafe Judkins explained this choice, saying it allows for more mature storytelling rather than leaning into a young adult tone. Some of the biggest changes involve character arcs. Perrin Ibarra, for example, is married at the beginning of the show, which is completely different from the books, where it is not until much later that he marries Fail Bashir. This decision to change up his backstory and give him the tragedy of his wife losing her life in episode 1 of the first season alters his motivations and internal conflicts. Meanwhile, Matt Cawthon's backstory gets tweaked, emphasizing a troubled home life rather than the carefree gambler persona he starts with in the books. The portrayal of the One Power and Aes Sedai is largely faithful to the books, but some magical elements are introduced earlier in the show. This gives the audience a clearer understanding of the world's mystical elements, rather than leaving them to unravel gradually like in the novels. One major difference is how the show visually represents channeling. In the books, the One Power is often described internally, with detailed explanations of how it weaves and its effects. The show takes a more cinematic approach, making the weaves visible and adding more dramatic flourishes to spell casting. Additionally, the show emphasizes the danger of the One Power earlier, particularly how male channelers are doomed to madness. Another change is Moiraine's power level. The show initially presents her as far stronger than in the books, where Aes Sedai have more rigid power rankings. This creates more dramatic tension, but alters the established hierarchy within the White Tower. The Wheel of Time series is a huge challenge to adapt for Prime Video. With any adaptation, some changes are of course necessary for TV. However, fans of the novels aren't always going to be so welcoming of the changes when they first happen. Though the first 2 seasons have been well received, it seems like the changes have been primarily for the best. With season 3 on the way, the show is set to dive deeper into the book's lore, likely adapting The Shadow Rising, the 4th novel in the series. While the show has made changes, it's clear it still follows the most important paths of Jordan's epic story. Ultimately, the Wheel of Time series makes necessary adjustments to bring Jordan's work to television. That's all from us here at ScreenRant. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stick around for all your fantasy TV news.